Dear students, today we will discuss about our third topic from Unit 1 is environments. Environments are the places in which agents operate. Task environments are essentially the problems to which rational agents are the solutions. The flavor of task environment directly affects the appropriate design for the agent program. Let us consolidate four parameters and group them. They are called as task environments such as performance measures, the environment, and agents, actuators and sensors. They comes under task environment. They can be acronymed as PEACE. That means P stands for performance, E stands for environment, A stands for actuators and S stands for sensors. In designing an agent, the first step must always be to specify the task environment as full as possible. Let us define peace on self-driving car. Performance can be considered as safety, time, legal drive and comfort can be considered as performance measures, and the environment consisting of roads, other cars, pedestrians and road signs. The actuators of self-driving car are steering, accelerator, brake, signal and horn. And the sensors are camera, sonar, GPS, speedometer, odometer, accelerometer, engine sensors and keyboards. The properties of task environments are classified into fully observable versus partially observable, deterministic versus stochastic, episodic versus sequential, static versus dynamic, single agent versus multi-agent. Let us discuss about fully observable first. If an agent sensors gives the access to the complete state of the environment at a point of time, then we can say that environment is fully observable. Whereas an environment might be partially observable because of noisy and inaccurate sensors, or because of parts of the state are missing from the sensors data. It is partially observable. For example, a vacuum cleaner agent with only one local dirt sensor cannot tell whether there is a dirt in other squares. Another example of partially observable is automated taxi cannot see what other drivers are thinking. Whereas deterministic versus stochastic. If the next state of the environment is completely determined by the current state and actions executed by the agent, then we can say that environment is deterministic. Otherwise, it is stochastic. In principle, an agent need not worry about uncertainty in fully observable. It is deterministic environment. If the environment is partially observable, however, it could appear to be stochastic. For example, taxi driving is clearly stochastic, whereas vacuum cleaner world is deterministic. Finally, if the environment is deterministic except for actions of other agents, then we can say that environment is strategic. Episodic versus sequential property. The agent's experience is divided into atomic episodes. Each episode consists of agent perceiving then performing a single action. And the choice of action in each episode depends only on the episode itself, which comes under episodic. Whereas in sequential environments, the current decision could affect all future decisions. For example, chess and taxi driving are sequential examples. Let us consider static versus dynamic properties. If the environment can change while the agent is deliberating, then we can say that environment is dynamic for that agent. Otherwise, it is static. Static environments are easy to deal with because the agent need not keep looking at the world while it is deciding on an action nor worry about passage of time, whereas dynamic environments are continuous, asking the agents what it wants to do. Examples are taxi driving is dynamic. Chess when playing with clock is semi-dynamic. Crossword puzzles are static. If the environment itself doesn't change with the passage of time, but the agent's performance score does, then we can say that environment as semi-dynamic. Discrete versus continuous environments. The discrete or continuous distinction can be applied to the state of the environment, to the way time is handled, to the percepts and actions of the agents. The example for discrete environment is chess game. It has finite number of distinct states. Chess also has distinct set of percepts and actions. On the other hand, taxi driving is an example for continuous state property. The speed and the location of the taxi and other vehicles sweep through a range of continuous values are the example for continuous task environment. Let us discuss about single agent versus multi-agent task environments. An agent solving crossword puzzle is an example for single agent environment, whereas an agent who is playing chess, it is a two-way agent environment. And another distinction is chess is a competitive multi-agent environment, whereas taxi driving environment, which avoids collisions and maximizes the performance measure of all the agents, is a cooperative multi-agent environment. Students, let us consider 8 puzzle problem, chess game, poker, backgammon, car and Roomba environments and their environment types. Let us submit an assignment by considering a new environment with its environment types. In the next session, we will discuss about agent types. References: our prescribed textbook is Artificial Intelligence, a Modern Approach by Stuart Russell and Peter Norvin. The prescribed edition is second edition, but in the market we are having fourth edition by PHS and Pearson.